Have you ever heard tales of gigantic creatures roaming the earth in ages past, leaving behind footprints so large they could hold entire wagons and bodies so massive they dwarfed even the tallest elephants? These are not mere figments of overactive imaginations, but descriptions of real-life giants known as the Nephilim. In this journey to the heart of human history, we will explore their origins, challenge common misconceptions about their nature, and shed light on what science has revealed about these colossal beings. We'll also delve into the intriguing link between the Nephilim and angels, uncovering a narrative that goes beyond the confines of religious texts. Join us as we delve into the enigma of the Nephilim, where the realms of myth and reality converge to tell a story of immense proportions. You won't want to miss this. Before we delve into the topic, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates. Also, stick around until the end to learn about the mysterious connection between the Nephilim and angels. It's truly fascinating. Now let's embark on this incredible journey through time and discover the truth behind the legends. But first, a word of caution. This is a sensitive subject, and some may try to discredit it as mere fantasy. Remember, giants have been found all over the world, not just in the Bible. And over 300 biblical scholars agree that the Nephilim were indeed real. Let's start with an astonishing find that shook the scientific community. Weighing a whopping 18 pounds, this massive cranium was not your typical relic of the past. Measuring a foot long and 12 inches wide, it dwarfed the average human skull by nearly twice its size. If you're wondering, that's as big as 3 average adult heads stacked together. This remarkable discovery pushed back the known timeline for the emergence of giant humanoids in the region by over 10,000 years. Another piece of evidence comes from an ancient Syrian city called Aleppo, where locals discovered a stone sarcophagus containing a gigantic skeleton. Locals estimate the length of the giant's body based on the size of the coffin, putting his height at a staggering 10 feet tall. Even older tales from 1740 mention a village elder who supposedly saw 2 other giants, one sitting and the other standing. The village elder claimed the standing giant was over 12 cubits tall, which translates to roughly 18 feet, but our journey through time doesn't end there. Let's cross the Jordan River into the land of Moab, where another giant skeleton was discovered. Measuring a jaw-dropping 15 feet tall, this colossal find offers a glimpse into a world where giants roamed the earth. In fact, the Bible mentions many giants in various places, such as Genesis 6:4, where it speaks of the Nephilim, the offspring of angels and human women. They are described as being exceptionally tall, with some translations rendering them as giants. The Hebrew word Nephilim, however, carries a deeper meaning when translated as the fallen ones. This interpretation opens up a realm of possibilities beyond the conventional understanding of giants. Could the Nephilim have been celestial beings who descended from the heavens, forever altering the course of human history? To unravel this mystery, we must venture into the very essence of the word Nephilim itself. Delving into the Hebrew origins of the term, we discover a profound truth. Nephilim is derived from the root word naphal, which means to fall. This revelation sparks a series of profound questions. What if the Nephilim were not merely giants, but celestial beings whose origins lay among the angels? Did they fall from grace, descending to earth with all their angelic grandeur intact? Or did their downfall strip them of their divine essence, leaving behind only the memory of their colossal forms? The idea of the Nephilim as fallen angels is further supported by their association with the antediluvians. The term antediluvian refers to the period before the biblical flood, a time shrouded in mystery and myth. The antediluvians are said to have possessed superhuman qualities, challenging the very boundaries of human potential. One particular antediluvian, named Mahalalel, holds a significant place in this narrative. According to the Bible, Mahalalel lived to be an astonishing 65 years old. He is believed to be the first of the Nephilim born from the union of angels and humans. The lineage of the Nephilim is traced back through Mahalalel, linking them inextricably to the enigmatic world of the fallen ones. Their sheer size is often the first thing that captures our attention. Imagine walking along a prehistoric landscape and stumbling upon a footprint so immense it dwarfs your own. The footprints of the Nephilim were not just larger than life, they were colossal, defying the limits of human scale. Some accounts even suggest that multiple wagons could fit within the imprints left behind by these giants. Such tales transport us to a time when the boundary between myth and reality blurs, leaving us to wonder about the veracity of these extraordinary claims. However, it is essential to approach these narratives with a critical eye. While the stories are captivating, separating fact from fiction becomes a daunting task. Many dismiss these accounts as mere folklore, while others cling to them as glimpses into a forgotten past. As we continue our exploration of the Nephilim, it is crucial to consider alternative perspectives. Some scholars propose that these supposed giant skeletons may have been misidentified human remains, victims of gigantism or other natural growth abnormalities. They argue that the awe-inspiring tales of the Nephilim might have arisen from a combination of folklore, exaggeration, and a lack of scientific understanding. However, the question remains, were the Nephilim merely misunderstood giants, or were they indeed the offspring of angels and humans? To answer this, let's turn to the wisdom of those who have dedicated their lives to the study of ancient texts. Exploring the depths of ancient texts reveals a treasure trove of knowledge that can shed light on the enigmatic world of the Nephilim. The writings of the early church fathers, particularly the works of Saint Basil and Saint Gregory of Nyssa, provide valuable insights into their understanding of these colossal beings. According to these revered figures, the Nephilim were not just physical giants, but embodied a spiritual immensity that defied human comprehension. They viewed the Nephilim as ethereal giants, existing on a plane far removed from the mundane existence of ordinary men. The concept of the Nephilim as spiritual giants challenges conventional notions of their nature and opens up new avenues of exploration. It invites us to consider whether these beings transcended the limitations of mere physical form and delved into the realm of the supernatural. By examining the teachings of these early Christian thinkers, we gain a deeper appreciation for the multifaceted nature of the Nephilim and their enduring presence in human lore. As we continue to peel back the layers of this enigma, we must also consider the cultural context in which these beliefs took shape. The early Christian writers were deeply influenced by the cultural milieu of their time, and their interpretations of the Nephilim likely reflected the prevailing beliefs and folklore of their era. Understanding the cultural landscape in which these ideas emerged allows us to gain a more nuanced perspective on the Nephilim and their portrayal in early Christian thought. It's time to look at some of the most compelling pieces of evidence that suggest the Nephilim really were the offspring of angels and humans. First, we have the ancient text known as the Book of Enoch, which was not included in the Bible. This book tells the story of how angels known as the Watchers fell from heaven and mated with human women, producing offspring known as the Nephilim. The Book of Enoch provides a detailed account of their origins, their interactions with humans, and their ultimate fate. It paints a vivid picture of a world where the boundaries between the celestial and earthly realms blurred, and the consequences of such unions were nothing short of catastrophic. Furthermore, Jewish and Christian traditions have long held the belief that the Nephilim were the product of illicit relationships between angels and humans. This belief was so widespread that it even found its way into the writings of prominent church fathers like Saint Jerome and Saint Augustine. Their interpretations, deeply rooted in theological teachings and moral teachings, contributed to the formation of a broader understanding of the Nephilim and their place in the grand narrative of good and evil. However, it is essential to acknowledge that the inclusion of the Nephilim in these early theological discussions was not without controversy. Some theologians questioned the legitimacy of these extra-biblical sources, while others grappled with the implications of such beliefs for the nature of angels and humanity itself. These debates, though contentious, played a significant role in shaping the course of religious thought and left an indelible mark on the way the Nephilim have been perceived throughout history. We must not overlook the profound impact these beliefs had on shaping religious thought and practice. The idea of the Nephilim as the offspring of angels and humans introduced a new dimension to the concept of sin and corruption. It gave rise to a belief in a fallen race of giants who brought violence and chaos to the world. This belief not only influenced religious practices, but also shaped moral codes and perceptions of the world. Consider the profound effect it had on religious art and literature. The image of the Nephilim as monstrous giants became a recurring motif in medieval art and literature. They were often depicted as fearsome creatures, symbolizing the destructive forces unleashed by the union of angels and humans. This artistic and literary representation further cemented their place in the collective imagination and reinforced the belief in their fallen nature. So it seems clear that the Nephilim were not just enormous physical beings, but embodied a profound theological and cultural significance. Their origins, their interactions with humans, and their ultimate fate became central to religious beliefs and practices. As we continue to explore their legacy, we must consider the lasting impact they have had on shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it. And remember, we are just scratching the surface. There is so much more to uncover about these enigmatic giants. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think about the Nephilim? Are they just myths, or do you believe they were the offspring of angels and humans? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the hidden mysteries of the Bible, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time and legend. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our shared human history.